Welcome to the final part in this series connecting Common Core, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, DiGRA, and Gamergate, among other things. If you haven't seen the previous 4 episodes, I suggest you do so now. To further understand the impact of the seemingly Christ-like power to convert the richest people in the world, we need to take a look at a short list of people who have also been converted to this cause. This list has some of the wealthiest and most prominent and most recognizable figures in the world of business and finance. Here are just 10 of them. Warren Buffett, Diane von Furstenberg, David Rockefeller, Elon Musk, Michael Bloomberg, George Lucas, Richard Branson, Mark Zuckerberg, Paul Allen, Ted Turner. From this list alone, we could see that we are dealing with the true elite. These people are literally the 1%, or even the 0.1%. They are some of the richest, most powerful people that have ever lived. The frightening part is that they are pledging billions upon billions of dollars to support what they view as, quote, the common good of society. One of the changes they want to make for the greater good is the educational reform known as Common Core. 11. Controlling the future. With all of this information in mind, let's take a look back at everything we've covered and develop a fresh perspective on Gamergate and why it has exploded into such a major controversy. We are now able to answer our original question: why? In the beginning of the Gamergate controversy, we thought we had uncovered a simple case of violation of basic journalistic ethics. Our initial efforts focused simply on correcting what we thought was a fairly simple problem. The entire controversy, in fact, could have been stopped within the first 2 weeks if the offending publication had simply taken simple steps to correct what was an obvious problem. The response we got, however, was an organized and seemingly planned attack. Even to this day, the opposition to Gamergate has focused on smear tactics, name-calling, false equivalences, and a variety of other dirty tricks. Every time we moved one step up the ladder to correct what was, it seems, a very small issue, we have been met with greater and greater resistance. Websites and businesses have lost thousands, possibly millions of dollars in the effort to silence us. They have lost traffic, sponsors, and the credibility of their very own brand. As time went on, we began to run into corruption and resistance from influential and honestly surprising sources. Wikipedia, for example, has come out in opposition to Gamergate, which goes against its own stated mission of disseminating factual information through crowdsourced means. All of this was quite surprising, but after what I've just said, it all makes a lot more sense. 12. The answer to why. The Gamergate opposition was not protecting one unknown game dev, but was trying to hide its ties to a multi-billion-dollar agenda to take control of the entire educational system of the United States. The opposition did not attack gamers as a personal vendetta against us, the very consumer market that created the game industry. It was attacking the perceived notion of gamers in an effort to help promote gaming as a major educational tool in the Common Core initiative. Gamergate is not just up against a few websites, bloggers, and developers who seem to be close friends. We have found ourselves fighting a well-organized and highly funded effort by the richest, most powerful people in the world to gain control over our future. Common Core is about more than simply changing the way we educate children. Common Core is about more than simply creating universal standards for education and a nationwide curriculum. It is an effort to place the entirety of the U.S. educational system in the hands of the global elite. No longer will states be able to decide what should be taught and by what standards this education is judged, and no longer will we have the ability to decide what our children are taught or how they are taught. Common Core will create 2 sets of educational systems. There will be one set which is taught to the majority of the young population. There will also be another set consisting of private schools and expensive private tutoring that will be available for those who can afford it. What we are facing with Gamergate is the entire web being used to promote this new binary form of education where the rich can afford to give their children one type of education, while the rest are forced to submit our children to education that is created and approved by certain groups that are both funded and run by the rich and powerful. The few pieces of this Gamergate has uncovered is only a small portion of what is actually going on. This is something that extends all the way from gaming journalism through the government all the way to the top of the world's elite. This is not an issue of simple journalistic ethics, and it is not solely an issue of corruption in the gaming industry. Gamergate is a fight for our freedom and for our future freedom of the entire planet. I feel I may have put myself in danger by writing and publishing this, but I feel it needs to be said. People must be made aware of what is happening all around us. If Gamergate is ever defeated, fear we will have also lost our future as free humans. Please do not stop fighting.